What's up, YouTube? It's the Console Samurai. As we all know, Game of Thrones is actually a very successful television show. It's probably one of HBO's most successful in the last few years. Well, it seems like Netflix they want to get in on that, and they want to throw their hat in the ring. So they're giving some serious thought to an epic fantasy live-action series themselves. Except the interesting thing is they're not going to adapt a book series. They're not even coming up with an original idea. Netflix and Nintendo are giving some serious thought, and they're in negotiations right now to try to make a Legend of Zelda live action series. And I'm kind of of two minds about it because, I think there are some pros and some cons, and not really sure whether it's going to be a great series or not. I think it has the potential. Um, you think back to some of the things that Nintendo has licensed. You think back a long time. You go to the Philips CDI and you think about Wand of Gamelon, and you think about Faces of Evil, and then you think about Super Mario Brothers, the movie with John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins and Dennis Hopper, which granted was not the worst movie in the world, but it definitely did not do its source material justice. But since then, and that was in 1993, since then, it seems like Nintendo has been very cautious. They don't seem to want to license anything out. So maybe with the fact that they have been so hesitant, maybe that means that they do have a lot of faith in Netflix and they feel Netflix can do it justice. So that could be a very good thing. But it's been almost 30 years. Link has been around for almost 30 years. And all that time, Link has been a silent protagonist, which means that either the main character of this TV show has to be silent, or they're going to take a character who hasn't spoken in 30 years and make him speak. Now, that's not necessarily the end of the world, but when you think about how fans reacted to Samus speaking in, I believe I forget which Metroid it was. It was the more recent Metroid game. Everyone got upset because Samus had been a silent protagonist all these years, and then all of a sudden started speaking. Now, there were some character changes that also were part of the reason people objected to that. But nonetheless, the idea of taking a silent protagonist and making them speak always runs the risk of possibly alienating the fans. But with that said, I think the idea, the story of Legend of Zelda, and I'm not sure if they're going to base it off a particular game or just the general idea of the story and not actually adapt it off a particular game, just the basic Link versus Ganon saving Zelda, Triforce, stuff like that, which would be kind of cool. Actually, it could actually be really cool. But it really depends. It honestly does depend on which story they go with. If they follow the timeline, if this is completely different. I think with the potential epicness of the story, it could actually be an amazing series. Or it could fall flat on its face. We'll have to see. Hopefully they do go through with it, because I would like to see more video game series get a good live action treatment, because it actually could be a really cool trend that starts. However, I'm not sure if Legend of Zelda is the one to start with. There are plenty of others that I think would be good, like Metroid. Metroid would be good, although I do think Legend of Zelda is a better story. I kind of think Metroid might translate to live action better. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? Are you interested in seeing Legend of Zelda the live action version? Or would you rather see something else, a different Nintendo property? Or maybe not even Nintendo, a different video game property altogether. Just let me know what you think in the comments down below. Once again, I am the Console Samurai, and I'll see you around.